I guess sometimes, are we trying to get a co-signer? You agree with that? What? What's up with it? What's up with it? Y'all quiet? Y'all still full of turkey? Dress? Well, I don't want to see no
What
more.
if they, if they so-called told you the truth
Uh-huh.
and
If they so-called
what
told
they're
you.
saying, I mean, it's not really it's not what I'm really talking about. It's not necessarily that you're telling me the truth, but it's still not lining up with what I'm thinking. I mean, is that sort of?
Yeah, that could be.
A lot of times the person already have an answer in their mind.
Oh, see, yeah.
And you're not telling them what they are thinking.
So Kevin brings up a valid point. Do you realize? Do you believe that sometimes when we ask others' opinions about different situations and different things, that subjectively, subconsciously in our mind, as Kevin just said, that we have already made up our mind, and that's why we won't receive the truth? That's good. That's good. But if we already made up our mind, Kevin, to this is the situation and this is how I see it, then why do we invite people into our space and ask for their truth?
Then they want confirmation.
Second opinion like the doctor,
Yeah.
They tell you one thing, you want to go to the other.
Yeah. But at what point are you gonna believe how many second opinions you need? I mean, cause we just gotta be honest. When you dealing with folk, me and DJ talking about the situation, and I don't like what he said, I might go to David, I might go to Chris, I might go to Ken. Like at what point in relations with a person is your second opinion enough? Like what are you looking for? Cause let's be honest, when we dealing with situations, we doing more than second opinion.
But
We go back to Kevin. You said we're looking for confirmation. Go ahead.
I think you have to have a true person in your life that's going to tell you the truth no matter what. It might not be what you want to hear, but you know that if you go to that person, that person going to be truthful. Whether it may not be something you want to hear, but you know if you talking to that person, they telling you the truth. Not necessarily what you want to hear, but this is what it is. And so you can't be every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Okay.
It's got to be a true person that you know gonna tell you the truth. And so it can't be this person this day and that person this day. It has to be a truthful person that's not gonna just
Be
tell you what
biased.
you wanna hear.
Yeah. Y'all agree?
Yes, but what happened with that is they won't come back to you the next time.
What? Why they? I mean, is it what church said? Is it that they don't want to hear? Is it that they don't want to hear that
They
truth?
want their answer to be. They want you to say what they are saying. But when you tell them what it really is, that's not really what they want to hear.
So back to what you said earlier, they want confirmation on how they see the situation. I guess is what you're saying. Ephesians 4. We're talking about why he or she wants to state the truth. Okay, so church just said. Well, I ain't gonna say what church just said. Church, she can speak for herself. So repeat what you just said, and then I want Kevin to repeat what you said about. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I said when you're talking to, you have to have a person in your life.
A person,
A person.
not several.
Several
Okay.
different people.
See, that's key.
That's what I'm saying. You have to have a person in your life that you can go to that you know they're going to tell you the truth no matter. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're going to give it to you plain. And you know that if you go to this person, they're going to be truthful. It may not be something you want to hear, but you know if you go to them, they're going to tell you the truth. Not every Tom, Dick, and Harry, this person telling you this and that person telling you that. It has to be a specific person that you can trust that, yeah, you were wrong in this situation. I'm sorry, you were wrong. So that's what I'm saying. It can't be this person and that person and if you go to this person, they're gonna be truthful with you. That's what I was saying. It can't be this person and that person and you know, a million different people.
Yeah. Now, Kevin said they won't come if you're truthful to them. Something. What you said, Kevin?
If you are truthful to them, that's not really what they want to hear. When a person goes from person A to person B, they want someone to confirm what they are saying, what they are thinking. That's what they want to hear. They know what it is, but that's not what they want it to be.
Yeah.
That's good. That's some good stuff. Anybody else got comments on that? We don't get to the scripture in a minute, and I got 3 things I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be done. I mean, it's really more of a dialogue tonight because back to what Bridget said earlier, are we really helping people by lying to them? Like, I think beauticians are the most liars in the world. You know, and it's really not their fault. You sit down in the chair, you get them a picture, and you say, you want this? And, you know, you ask them, is that going to look good? And they be like, yeah, girl. But then when you come out, every beautician don't do that. Some people be like, I ain't doing that. Everybody know I do your hair, and then some of them won't do it. But a lot of them, some of them people leave out the shop, and I be like, why you went? I mean, so are we really helping people when we co-sign on what you know isn't helping? We ain't helping nobody. So back to my original thought. Back to what we saying. We still going around this circle. Y'all don't want to go deep, but I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help y'all go deep before we go to the scripture. Is that then why ask? If I'm asking Bridget about a situation and Bridget doesn't tell me, as Kelvin said, what I want to hear, it's not my interpretation of the truth, and Bridget says something contrary to what I'm thinking in my mind, then why do I get pissed off at Bridget? And I'm done talking to her. I'm finna put on block. I mean, people do this. I'm telling you. People do this. I mean, they go to the extreme. Take their number out their phone. They ain't texting them no more. They ain't calling no more. All because you invited them. They didn't ask for it. You asked them about a situation, about an opinion, and because you didn't like the answer, now you done. But you still say it. But you still, and I think that's the thing that we got to understand. That if we are Christians and we're supposed to be Christians, then no, we ain't gonna agree on everything, but some stuff we just gotta agree to disagree. Now, you can say all day, you like all your food touching. I don't want my food touching. I don't want wet stuff with dry stuff. That's why I got containers that I separate. That's just me. Now they don't make, we ain't gonna fall out because you gonna put your greens and crumble up your cornbread and put your beans on top of it and get you some meat and basically make you a bowl. My God don't do that. And then put you some steak sauce all on it. That's what you do. We ain't gonna fall out about that. But I tell you what, because I don't eat like that, I ain't gonna sit by you. But we ain't gonna fall out. We ain't gonna fall out about that. Alright? So what I'm trying to get people to see is we all, back to Bridget's original statement, we all try to spare people feelings. And in sparing people feelings, we ain't helping them, we hurting them. There are too many people that nobody has ever told them the truth. Everybody ain't cute. That's just the reason. Everybody ain't fine. Everybody ain't got no nice shape. I mean, it just is what it is. It's all right. But if you comfortable with yourself, you don't need nobody to tell you that. Right? All right. So why won't he or she tell me the truth? State their truth. All right. I want to go. We got some questions yet, Dave? All right. So they just listen. All right, I want to go, and I'm gonna stop at verse 15 because when I have time, I got a couple of meetings after this. I got a leaders meeting, then I got a board meeting. So when you go to Ephesians 4, verse 1. I don't know if I want to start at verse 1. All right. I think I want to start at verse 4, and I want to go to verse 4 through really home in on verse 15. Yeah, really home in on verse 15 because there's something that Paul says about the truth that I think we miss. The truth is just the truth. All right. You don't have to like the truth. The truth of the matter is Donald Trump is the president. That ain't fake news. that's just the truth. I mean, I'm tore up. My cousin Matt Lauer done got fired. I'm in some kind. I'm feeling some type of way, Lord. Because when you grow up with folk on TV, you think that's, that was like when y'all told about Whitney Houston. Prince. Rest in peace, Prince. I want to bring it up. So, we already have established that sometimes Britt said we don't tell people the truth because we want to spare their feelings. And so we've already established the fact that we're really not helping people when we're not telling the truth. What are some other things why a person just won't state their truth? I mean, what's the issue? Let me just so y'all been too slow. We ain't got time now. I ain't got time to keep on digging y'all. But here's the thing. Those of you that are dating, I want to give you this nugget, and I want to help you in your dating. And then those of you that are married, I want to help you out also, because I believe, when you're dating, you date. Understand it, all right? You are not, or you shouldn't be. I know some people, get all, let me just back up and say this. Every relationship don't need to be on Facebook or social media. People put in a relationship, then folks be like, good, that's good, all that kind of stuff. Then the next month, single. And everybody going on, well, call me, inbox me, text me. You the one did that. That's right. You put that out there. So the first thing is, if you date somebody, you date somebody. I'm going to tell you what Reverend Meyer Hammer Sr. told me, God bless his soul. I was 16 years old when I started preaching, all right? I made one mistake. I preached somewhere, and the girlfriend that I had, I asked her to stand up. My pastor was there, and he was in the crowd. I think I did pretty good with preaching, so we got back in the study, and he was like, it was a good sermon. You did good. He said, but let me help you. I don't have nothing to say about how you preach and what you did and all that kind of stuff. He said, but I'm going to tell you what you did wrong. I said, okay, yes, sir. So at this time, the Reverend Hammer didn't say much, but when he say something, he meant it. So he was like, are you married? And I said, no, sir. He said, do you have a desire to be married at that time? And I was like, He said, you're a young preacher. Yes, sir. He said, don't ever stand up anywhere and introduce your girlfriend. He said, just because she's your girlfriend this month, you may come back next year to the same place, and they looking for Sally Sue, and you got Betty Sue. So he said, whoever with you on your preaching engagement, you don't ignore them, but you tell them up front, yeah, we date, but I'm single, and I'm a preacher, and I'm not going to stand you up and introduce you. So that helped me. That made sense. All right? And I think sometimes when you're dating, you ain't got to let everybody know your business. Date. Date who you want to date. Now, You got to go a little further than Birmingham, because I work in Birmingham. I see a lot of folks. I just don't say that. I see a lot. I mean, because I'm all over Birmingham now. So I see a lot. I just don't say nothing. But if you trying to hide, you got to go a little further. Because I'm in the vicinity. I work in Homewood. I'm in Pinson. I'm everywhere. All right? So, just sorry about it. So, you date, and you don't have to let everybody know who your dude is, who your girl is. Hey, because who your dude is, who your girl is this week might not be who it is next. All right? Because everybody interview. That's what you're doing. When you date, you interview them. Yeah. So until you hire them, hold it go. They filling out the application. Until you make up your mind that you hire them. All right. Am I making sense? Any question on that? I know y'all ain't no question. Huh? What you say? Go ahead. Okay. We just having a discussion. All right. So the thing is, I think you need to when you first start dating. And let me say this before I get started. Now, what I say and how you interpret it is two different things. All right. I'm not responsible for how you interpret what I say. I'm responsible for what I know is in my head and in my heart. All right? So I'm trying to help you, and I wish that what I'm about to share with you tonight, that somebody would have sat me down and told me. Maybe I would have made some stupid mistakes while I was there. All right? So the first thing is, okay, you dating. You have to say up front, you need to ask. Before we even go out, what are we doing? Because we ain't 16 no more. All right? So you ain't got time to be, if he don't want to be in a relationship and you know, and he know he don't want to be in a relationship, you need to ask some questions and say, look, dude, I'm 30-something, I'm 40-something, I got children, I got grandchildren, whatever you got. Listen, if you ain't serious, you just want to go out to eat, go to the movie, that's fine, but I need to know up front. All right? Because understanding is everything. If you get that understanding up front, because I think sometimes one person is in a relationship and the other one ain't. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Now you in a full-fledged relationship. But the other person like, oh no, we get together. Did you see him in the mall with somebody else? Your feelings hurt, tore up, trying to be a stalker? No. Then you said we just going out and going to the movie. No, you can't do that. You gotta set your boundaries up front. That's what you gotta do. Because we ain't 16, we ain't in the 10th grade, we ain't in the 11th grade, we in the 12th grade, we grown. Alright? So grown folk ought to know what they expect out of a relationship. The second thing is, just because you expect certain stuff out of a relationship don't mean you're gonna get it. Alright? I tell folks that's dating and folks that married, it's all about how you start. Alright? If you open the door, day one, that's what she's gonna expect. You can't start something and stop. DJ, why you look like this? DJ like that. Cause I ain't stuck. Me. Yeah. So you gotta talk, and you gotta, and I think sometimes to have these kind of conversations are sometimes uncomfortable with some people, but they need to be had so everybody can be clear. All right. Now, here's the third thing is, here's the kicker. Now you gotta be honest with yourself, because you know this is a big to do in a relationship. I just want to come over and chill. Wait a minute. Now, it depends on who you talking to that day. You gotta get some boundaries, and you gotta spell that thing up. What does that mean? Cause some folks chilling mean all night. I'm just saying. Some folks, if they tell you they coming over there to chill, they got a bag. I'm serious. They got a toothbrush. I mean, yeah, you start coming over here and chill. You like, no, dude, I got kids. You know, no, we just watch a movie. So all that has to be talked about up front. So nobody won't get their feelings hurt. And I think a lot of times when people have relationships when they date, people get their feelings hurt because how you perceive the relationship may be at level 1 and you think it's at 5. Then you get your feeling hurt when they be like, nah. All right. Any questions? Can I go a little further? Okay, we got questions on Facebook? We good? Okay. All right, they scared. So I want to show you in the scripture. I want to show you a couple of things. When you go to verse 7, somebody read verse 7. All right, every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Christ. Go ahead.
Wherefore he said, that he is seated up on high, he led captivity captive, and gave gifts unto men.
All right, so he gave gifts unto men. The first thing I want to tell you is, the Bible says that he has given it. How many people? How many people he has given a measure of grace?
Everyone.
Everyone. God has given everybody a measure of grace. That's what y'all just read, verse 7.
Right.
So if God has given us a measure of grace, why you can't give nobody no grace? In your relationship. Oh, I'm going somewhere. Because see, we want to be Christians on one end, but then we want to act like the world on another end. And so what I'm trying to do is get our thinking on a Christian step, because I want to tell you, what's going on in America, what's going on in our neighborhood is not going to change until the church changes, until our mindset change. And the only way that's going to change is that we got to have conversations like we having tonight. That we got to say, we got to understand that we got some stinking thinking. Let's just call it what it is. We got some stinking thinking because we want God to extend us grace. But you'll give somebody one time, and then you done. What if God gave us one time? Well, no, none of us be here. And I know what you're saying. I ain't God. But the Bible, you just read that, but he has given, how many folk? Everyone a measure of what? Grace. Now, your grace and my grace may be a different measure when it comes to how far we're going to deal with people, how much we're going to take. You know, I hear women say all the time, and I used to say this when I was ignorant to the fact and I was single and I was on the outside looking in. I hear people say all the time, well, if they get a baby on me, I'm done with them. They do this to me, I'm done with them. But you can't say until you actually in that situation. Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people cheat daily. Not physically, but mentally and emotionally, people cheat. We share stuff with people that we don't have no business sharing it with. And like I told somebody the other day, anybody that you are uncomfortable talking to around your spouse or your girlfriend or your boo, you don't need to be talking to them. I'll put in my notes, y'all gonna get quiet. I hear rats. And so what has happened is, what has crept inside the church is this worldly stuff. This worldly stuff have kept, and so you trying to run your covenant relationship with your spouse like your girlfriend running with her boo. It don't add up. Because your girlfriend ain't in no covenant. You in a covenant. Right. So when if your girlfriend date, when he do cheat on her, he can walk out the door. She can walk, because she ain't got no ties to him spiritually. But when you are in a covenant marriage with somebody, you got to really think about that thing. You got to ask God, is that what he really wants you to do, or is that what your emotions want you to do? I put in my notes, y'all were going to say that right there. Because all I'm trying to get us to do is understand the fact that a whole lot of stuff and how we govern ourselves has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with biblical stuff. It got to do with mess that's been put in you. It ain't got nothing to do with God. Because if it has something to do with God, then you will exercise grace. The whole thing is, folks say, oh, you know, I trust my, no, I got to see my spouse. I don't trust her. No, I trust her. You don't trust yourself. You can't be trusted. What you do, you trust the God that's in a person. That God and the Holy Spirit will direct them to do the right thing. But the truth of the matter is, I'm going to tell you how I know you can't be trusted. Because when you made the worst mistake in your life, you were with yourself. You did. So you can't be trusted. So here's the thing. What has happened, we don't want to deal with our past stuff. And so it's easy for us to blame whatever situation we're in, with a relationship, with a friendship, or whatever it is, church, whatever, how you interact with people. And what you do, instead of learning from situations, you just cut people off. That's what they do out there. But in here, the Bible says if you got an ought against your brother or your sister, what are you supposed to do? Go to them. Not block them on social media. Not talk to them. See, I knew y'all were going to get quiet. Because I'm trying to change your thinking for us to understand that the world has messed us up. And so the only way that the world is going to get better is that we got to get back to biblical teaching, biblical thinking, and sit down and say, really, I know back in the day, the early 90s, everybody had these what would Jesus do keychains. What would you remember that WWJD? Everybody had that around their neck. What would Jesus do? Now that's gone. Look how worldly we got. I can remember a time when I was growing up, a boy, that football didn't come on Sunday. It didn't come in on Sunday. It didn't come on Sunday because folk went to church. Now, I don't want to. So he says he's giving everybody a measure of faith. Now, and he gives, I think the latter part of verse, what's the last part of the word? Something about gifts. Gifts to the people. All right. So, I want to, what verse you left off on? 8. Go ahead. All right, stop right there. So he says, okay, the one who climbed down is the one who came back up to the heaven. And so he says he's handed out gifts. He's handed out gifts above and below. And he's filled heaven with gifts. And he's filled the earth with gifts. The question tonight is, the gift that he has given you, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? I mean, are you using it for the glory of God? Or are you using it for something else? Now, when you talk about relationship, I'm gonna get back there, but I want to give you this point. When you talk about why he or she won't state the truth, the first thing is you got to consider the truth. That's the first thing. You got to consider the truth. You got to consider. Not consider. You got to have a considerate truth. Right? That's the first one. A considerate truth. Now, what is a considerate truth? A considerate truth is the layer of truth that's polite. All right? Back to what Bridget originally said, that want to save face and want to keep folks' self-esteem intact. That's considerate truth. All right? And so when you're dealing with people, some people, you know, they okay, the considerate truth is this. Robert is John Michael's basketball coach. All right? This is the considerate truth. The only person that we saw that can handle what they handle with is him, is John Michael, and another dude. Basically, Robert got 2 players and three possibles. All right, that is considerate truth. It's the truth, but it's considerate. It's not hurting anybody's feelings, but it's the truth. Y'all get what I'm saying? There are 2 people that can actually play, that can actually make a basket. That can actually, my son, oh my God, he performed so bad the other night, I was embarrassed. He'd act like LeBron James. He'd act like, what a man, and he'd act like Cam Newton. He'd have put the towel over his head. He'd put the towel over his head, but he would do it like this on the side. He'd have bust out crying. Because what he was experiencing was not a considerate truth. It was just the truth. And when he looked at his scoreboard and saw that it was 1-30 something, he just couldn't take it no more. And even though the coach was trying to convey considerate truth to them, sometimes considerate truth is not what you need. And so what happens is we got to learn how to decipher the type of truth that the people we are in relationship need. Now, at that moment during the game, because they needed to finish the game, even though he probably wanted to stop after the second quarter, even though he had to be considerate. He let some other folks play. They was up by 31 points. Right well. That's just how it was. All right? So, you got to understand considerate truth. So, that's the first thing. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
You understand? All right. Anybody got any questions about that? All right. And so, I want to give you a nugget how to use considerate truth in your relationship. Sometimes people are stressed out at work. Your partner, your spouse, your friend, or whoever it is, they stressed out at work. And sometimes the stress of work has a negative effect on the home life. All right? And that's. But what you got to do, sometimes you got to relax your standards to help somebody else with their considerate truth. Am I making sense? All right. So, if you go down to, and we ain't gonna finish this because it's already 6:42. He says he's filled the earth with gifts. He filled the heaven with gifts. He filled the earth with gifts. And then he gives that list about apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, teachers, all that. The trained followers in the body of Christ. Now, nobody can be an apostle, a prophet, evangelist, a pastor, and a teacher. You can't be all of them. All right? And so, these days we deal with people, everybody want to be a bishop. That ain't even, that's a desired office. The Bible says, 1 Timothy chapter 3, the Bible says, if you desire the office of bishop, you desire a good work. So the office of bishop is not a calling. It don't call you, you call it. Am I making sense? All right. So now everybody want to be a bishop. Well, I'm a bishop, but if you look at that, if you look at the Greek word and you look at that bishop in totality, you understand. Okay, bishops set up churches. If you ain't got but 5 members, you ain't got no international ministry. You can't have an international ministry if you ain't got no passport. You ain't never been out the United States, but you a considerate truth. A considerate truth. All right? So, and that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. We dating folk, they ask us a question, do you want to be nice? You all right? You know it breath stinks, smell like. Tell the man. It ain't going to help him for you to lie. You need to tell them the truth, bro. You need to. You about to kill me. Just go on tell them. All right. So that's considered truth. All right. The second kind of truth that I want to talk about tonight is selective truth. All right. I'll tell you what selective truth is. Selective truth is telling a version of reality that helps you to avoid unnecessary confrontation. Sometimes it ain't that you lying, but some stuff you don't need to tell because it's going to cause confrontation. I dropped the mic right there. Y'all want to pay me. I'm giving y'all too much. Selective confrontation. And I'm going to tell you the creatures that God created that are geniuses at that are females. They are masterminds at selective confrontations. You know why? Because they are mothers. It goes like this. Remember when you were growing up? And you know your mama told you to do something, you didn't do it, and your mama say, I ain't forgot. I ain't forgot. So you think you got away. A couple of weeks went down the road, you do something else. This selective. Mama being selective. Y'all learn that from childhood. Now, men, we ain't that good at it. But women, y'all are masterful at it. Because it goes like this. You know what we said in 1985. Now, we might not remember.
Good memory.
But y'all remember what y'all nigga you had on last shirt.
Yes.
I ain't even want to talk to you.
Hey,
You came up to me.
Good memory.
You said this, you said that. I'm talking about they go in.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about go in. I mean, y'all are masters at it. All right? Watch this. So selective truth. You got that down? You wrote it down? I know Jessica right. Y'all can have her note because she write like she in a class, baby. Oh, you got to. Okay, all right. So selective truth is telling a version of reality that helps you to avoid unnecessary confrontation. All right? So selective truth closely coincides with the expression that we lost the battle, but we won the war. So when you have selective truth, you don't tell all of it right then. Case in point, your wife. I think it was last week she put on Facebook, I hope my husband don't get home. Get hone after these boxes arrive.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, she said after these boxes arrive. Now, she didn't lie to him about what she bought. She just didn't tell him everything. I'm sorry, Nick. I don't know if it's
She put it out there.
I saw it.
That's selective truth. That to avoid a confrontation with Nicholas, she only gonna tell him she got 3 boxes coming, but in actuality she got 36. She'll deal with that down the road, all right? All right. So, selective truth is letting your partner say that they did the dishes last week more times than you know, and they did to avoid making them feel like they don't contribute. That's selective truth. Well, oh, we don't work on this. What'd you say? Just ask. All right, any questions yet? Anybody got any comment? I'm going to the last one, guys. You got 10 minutes. All right. So what we got? What's the first one? Consider it true. Select the truth. All right. Now here's the last one. Absolute truth. All right. Absolute truth is what church was talking about. The person that you need in your life. Absolute truth is the most raw, vulnerable, and scary version of the truth to verbalize within your relationship. It don't hold nothing back. It's speaking from the depths of your gut and being 100% honest about something that you are feeling. Now, the sad commentary is many African-American couples part ways because sometimes we are scared to voice how we feel. Now, a lot of people are scared to voice how they feel because, watch this, in whatever relationship they're in, sometimes they feel inferior. All right? One of the best things I like to do, not just my CEO told me this day. He was like, man, Jeff, he said, let me tell you about you. I mean, you know, I'm just me. He was like, when you came to the interview, he was like, man, you came in like you already had the job. He said, you came in so cool. And he said, I was trying to read you. I said, that's why you kept on rocking back and forth in your chair and trying to think of stuff. And he's like, yeah. He said, but then when you came with your question, he said, I got to deal with him another way like this dude. Because I was like, what's your 401k looking like? Like, you know, not average question like the average Negro asks. Y'all want to know if you're going to be off Christmas and Easter. I don't care about that. I work Christmas and Easter. I want to know what's your 401k? What the company matching? I mean, I had questions like that. I said, man, how long y'all been in business? What the prophet saying? He was like, what? He was like, when you came in, I knew you had your stuff together. And he said, so, watch this. He says that your countenance was intimidating. But you weren't really trying to be intimidated. That's just who you are. And he said, then, now that I got to know you, you the type of person, you just want everybody to get along. You want the folks to do their job. And as you say, they have adopted this in the office now. If it ain't in my job description, he said he finna put that on the banner for 2018. The other thing is they finna adopt in the office that if it don't concern my paycheck, it ain't my concern. And so, so he was saying that, man, you know, sometimes talking to you, your truths, sometimes rigid, they cut. And he said some people don't know how to take that. Because it be right. He said it be right now, but your absolute truths are wrong. I said, I get that. I do. I said, but it was right? It's like, yeah, it was right. We had a meeting the other day because I'm the head chaplain or whatever they call me. I don't know what they call me these days. But anyway, because I'm the head chaplain, I said, you know, we have some problems, you know, we hospice. We have a problem with some of our patients that want to sign DNR. So I said, well, listen, from now on, the chaplain will carry some DNRs in our car, and we can talk to our patients in a different way than y'all can from the clinical side. So watch this. Now that was selective truth. All right, that was the truth. Now how they took it was this. The next morning I woke up and I had 57 emails of patients that the case managers wanted me to talk to. So what I had to do in the next meeting is give them absolute truth. Because see, I gave them selective truth, but they missed it. I said, y'all heard one thing. Y'all heard that the chaplains were going to help y'all with DNR. I didn't say I was going to do y'all job. I said at least try, because that's a part of your job. Well, somebody got in their feelings about it. They wanted to have a sidebar. And I just simply told the nurse, I said, now, you're a nurse, right? Yeah. So what's your job description? I'm a case manager. I said, and in that case manager, and you being a case manager, isn't it your job to do what I said I would assist you with if you were having problems? I said, but isn't that your initial job? Yeah, that's my initial job, but I don't think you should have said that. I said, well, why shouldn't I say that? My department offered our help if y'all need it. But y'all ain't gonna put We ain't finna do our work and your work. That was the absolute truth. So what happens is sometimes people hear what they want to hear even from your absolute truth. Back to what Kevin said. If that ain't what you want to hear about a situation of what you in a relationship, if you already made up your mind that it ain't the truth, that you don't care what they say, you don't care what he do, you don't care what she do, if you have already made up your mind, then why even ask the person about the situation? Because what you're doing, you're wasting time. And what happens, you will go around to Will, you'll go around to DJ, you'll go around to Kevin, you'll go around to Chris, you'll go around to Stephanie, you'll go around to D, you'll go around to Nick, you'll go around to church, you'll go around, Andrea ain't gonna talk to you. You'll go around, the church probably ain't gonna talk to you. But you'll go around to all these people until you get what's in your mind that you want to hear that may not necessarily be anything of the truth. But what we do, watch this, because the world has taught us that mechanism, we tend to gravitate to the world system instead of looking at what our system is, and we pilgrims. So this ain't our world. So we follow the laws of the land, but when it comes to certain things, we have instructions how to deal with people. The Bible says if I got an issue with DJ, the Bible says if it's my issue, I need to go to him, and I don't need to tell Kevin. Bible didn't never tell you to tell anybody if you got an ought. It says, if you got an ought against your brother, you who are spiritual. So if you ain't in the spirit, you don't even need to open your mouth. Sometimes when you got issue with somebody and you still hiding, you balling up under the collar, you don't need to do that, because here's the thing. What people need to understand, folk dying every day. Everybody dying ain't going to heaven. And some people busting hell open because you got stuff in your heart. Stuff in your heart that don't even matter. Some stuff happens, some concocted stuff that you done concocted in your mind, and somebody else did co-sign on it. Ain't no truth to it. You ain't got no proof. But because your mind told you that's what it is, then you're going to let your mind and how you feel send you straight to hell. But there ain't nobody in here that I'm willing to go to hell for. So when I go to bed every night, no matter how people treat me, no matter how much they dog me out, no matter how much they talk about me and criticize my name, before I go to sleep, I ask God to purify my heart. Because if I don't wake up, I want to wake up in the right place. You either going to door number one or door number two. There ain't no in between. And so that's what we believe. And so when you're in a relationship with people, husband, spouse, booze, boodettes. Now we got complicated. You know, they added another category. Complicated, all that kind of stuff. But you got to make sure that when you ask the person, okay, Dana. So if I ask Dana, I can't go into a situation asking her to help me with the situation when I already got an outcome already in my mind. I have to go in, and because I believe people don't listen to comprehend. They listen to respond. They take one thing and they block out everything else you say, and they gonna home in on that one thing that they think is like, okay, you done got me and I'm gonna get you. Sometimes when you talk to individuals, you got stuff, and me and DJ, we done had it out. So everything don't deserve response. If DJ need to come to me and tell me, and he need to bear his feelings about how he perceived that I did him wrong, then sometimes you need to say, bro, you know, okay, I hear you. Let's talk about that later. Now I know what we're saying. That's white folk stuff. No, that's right folk stuff. That's grumpy. That's called communication. And sadly, in most African American homes, our people, our folks, they ain't taught us how to communicate. So when we get upset, that's why you got children fighting. They don't know how to handle their emotions. You got to learn how to be mad. Like I told John Michael the other night. I said, man, you can be mad all you want to. I said, but guess what? You on the sideline crying, that ain't helping. You scoring all the points. So how that's helping your team if you on the sideline crying? No, you can be mad, but turn your anger into positive energy. Get on that cloak, and if you can dunk on it. Just cut up, clown. I mean, that's how I had to speak. He's still upset about that game, Lord. I thought I was going to have to take him to the therapist. He ain't heard nothing the coach said on the post game. He was still hot. Then the coach told him, John Michael just shoot it. He was so mad he wouldn't shoot. He get it in him. He just bad. All right? So, how do you use your absolute truth in your relationship? I'm glad you asked. How do you use it? I'm going to tell you how you use absolute truth. You don't tell me about me in front of everybody. I'm going to tell you, when you, absolute truth is used wisely when it's just you and that person. Because see, when folk have an audience, they perform. It's just like when your mama say, when you go in this store, don't touch that. And if you touch something, I'm gonna beat you. You know, they say they're gonna beat you. They mean that. They meant that in my day. You going out, my mom used to tell me, now you know, if you go ahead and show out, I'm gonna show right on out with you. Try me. And you know, sometimes, you know, children try you now. They get out because they know they're out in the open. Man, I remember one day, y'all remember Shoe City? Man, Shoe City was out there on Matt Farley, I believe. Yeah, right. Remember on Matt? Yeah. He was out there on Matt Farley. It was Easter time. And man, my mom used to, I'm telling you, this is why I don't wear bow ties and all that stuff now. I hate it. Like I had to wear bow ties and some little shorts, and I ain't never liked little shorts. Like I was like 5 or 6 years old, I can remember like yesterday. And my mom was like, try them shoes on. I'm like, I don't like them shoes. Oh, what did you know? Up in the clown. So listen, I done cut up in them. I done cut up. I be the folk in there. He all right. Mama said, he all right. He all right. He all right. My mom said, come on, go to this bathroom. Man, my mom grabbed me by my side and pinched me all the way to the bathroom. And when I got to the bathroom time, when I tell you she clothesline me, I'm talking about that clothes. I was so embarrassed, but I ain't never did that no more. Well, she told me to wear it. Just put it on. All right? So, absolute truth, you have to do that in an intimate setting because it's raw, it's uncut. You let your feelings, you tell people how you perceive it. I want to say this to you. Just because you perceive something to be one way, don't mean that it's that way. Like, I think one of the problems when people communicate with me, I'm doing this better. Like, I have a way of saying stuff, and folk take it a different way. All right. Now, when folk take it a different way, now if I know I meant what I meant by me saying it, the whole thing is if you take it a different way and I say something to you, I ain't say your name because I don't know it. Just if I say something to you and you don't like it, you don't let it fester. All right. If you don't leave my presence and not get understanding. If I say, well, just you know, I really like that dress you know, and you perceive that to be I'm hitting on you, is that my fault or your fault? Huh?
Is that my fault?
I'm asking.
I don't know.
Is that my fault or your fault?
It's probably your fault.
It's probably my fault or what?
You're trying to communicate.
Is it my fault that I say, oh, that's a nice dress you got on?
No. It's my fault because I didn't come from here, but it's on me to come to you.
Ah!
Clarification
Exactly.
of what you meant.
So what happens is, because we don't communicate properly, a lot of us leave situations with misunderstanding. Because it's just explain. If I say that's a nice dress you got on, and Joaquin at the mall told you the same thing, and you got pissed off because he walking behind you talking about how fine you was, and that's in you. I don't know nothing about Joaquin. I'm just saying that's a nice dress you got on. So now you have taken that situation and you have brought that to me, and you have wrongly subjected me to that, which I ain't have nothing to do with that. That's why it's important for people that you are in relationship with, in covenant relationship with, in friendship with, even sometimes church members, people that you deal with like that on close and regular, they need to know your story. Because they need to know what triggers you. Like, stuff you don't like, you just need to say, it's some stuff just off the table. Like you ain't doing that. Because it take you to a place that you don't want to be. Alright? I'm done. Case in point. Thank y'all. No question? Yeah, go. I'm done.